Brian was born and raised in Los Angeles, California. He could never read a book and be interested, so college wasn't an option. After sports, he would turn to getting in trouble with the law and made some bad choices.
I joined the military because I was a hoodlum, and college was never an option for me.
Brian started to work construction for a while and decided that wasn't his path. He had very few options in civilian life, so he made the choice to join up. Here's some history of Brian's Army career.
My first duty station was Germany for 3 years. While I was there, I deployed to Bosnia twice and Kosovo once. Then I came to FT Carson in the Springs. The 9/11s happened. I went to the Pentagon for a bit, then to Korea for a year. After that I went to Bregency. Then I was deployed to Iraq in 2004, 2005. Then I went to South America for a bit in 2006 and 2007. Then Afghanistan in 2008, 2009, 2010, and 2012.
Brian was a part of the SOFT-73, or Special Operations Task Force, 7th Special Forces Group, 3rd Battalion. Brian told me many of his significant injuries during his military career, falling out of a helicopter, getting hit by a mortar, and one that was very life-changing.
Well, the mortar was a pretty boring story because I just got blown up. Nothing really cool happened. When I fell out of a helicopter, nothing really cool happened. I guess the third one, the RPG.
We were leaving one FOB, Forward Operating Base, for another. We were going to move some personnel and support for a mission that night to take down some targets. It was about a 2-hour drive.
Brian and his team were moving from one base in Bagram to another in Gosli to provide support and infantry to another team for a mission. And during the drive to the other base, they had to pass through a small village. The convoy consisted of 4 trucks, 4 RGs and 4 MRAPs.
The MRAP was mine resistant, ambush protected, which obviously failed that day because the fucking RPG came right through it.
Brian was in the second truck in the convoy, sitting next to a radio stack. As the first truck got through, Brian heard a hissing noise. Then everything went black.
So I woke up to my passenger punching me. He was punching me in the side of the head, he was punching me in the arm, trying to get me to wake up. And then once I finally woke up, then it was just like muscle memory kicked in, and we went into fucking war mode.
Once the ambush kicked off, our radios started to go off with contact to the right, so the big guns immediately shift fire and picked up the threat.
Third vehicle, fourth vehicle took up posturing positions. Then the first vehicle flanked around, took up a posture position, and we basically just held in place. Turned our weapon systems on the top of those RGs are called RWS, remote weapon systems. So basically it's like a video game controller on the inside that you're watching a screen. It's like a 13-inch screen and it has a video game controller, and you can change from like NVGs, thermals, and all that different shit. But you can rotate it around and see everything, the whole battlefield from the screen inside the truck. So basically everybody just spun around, laid initial suppressive fire on the ambushing area, and then the 2 outside vehicles, we got out and then started flanking the inside from the outside in.
Brian and his team then made their way into the village to terminate the ambush.
And then once you get in there, then the one team pulls security on the outside and the one team goes inside, and then we fucking killed everybody.
After we closed the formation and eliminated the threats, we collected all the weapons and pocket litter, which is anything they have in their pockets, their cell phones, and anything else that might be useful intel-wise. Then we clean up our wounded and continue mission. Once we got to the next location, we provided medical training to the injuries and prepped the vehicles for the next mission.
We suffered 1 casualty that day and 4 dudes got wounded.
You don't get to take breaks in war. You get mad and go back out every day until they make us come home.
And we killed all of them. None of those motherfuckers made it home. The problem is a lot of the regular Army units, well, most of the regular Army units, their rules of engagement was just to pass through. You can return fire while you're getting shot at, but just keep trucking, keep moving. Our rules of engagement were just to fucking kill everybody. So they thought there was a regular Army unit coming through, but it wasn't, it was us. So we stopped turns and fucking wreck shop. But that last explosion was kind of the end of my military career. Because that's when I started having real bad migraines, I started getting seizures. That's when like the really bad symptoms started coming out of the brain injuries that I had sustained.
Brian joined the Army in 1994. He was highly decorated and was medically retired from the Army in 2014. He left with 2 Bronze Stars for Combat Operations, Combat Action Badge, 2 Meritorious Service Medals, Joint Accommodation Medal, 2 Army Accommodation Medals, 6 Army Achievement Medals, 6 Good Conduct Medals, and more. After the first explosion with the mortar in 2005, he went under 45 knee surgeries in 9 out of the 20 years he was in the Army. Brian had his leg amputated above the knee when he retired. It was hard for him to relearn everything, but managed to overcome it. Brian now spends his free time with family, playing golf, mountain biking, hiking, coaches baseball for the South Park Boroughs, and plays softball.
I play golf, mountain bike, hike, coach, play softball. I make myself do all the work I used to before I got hurt. The main reason is the enemy tried to steal my soul. So fuck them, I won't let them slow me down. I will determine how my life turns out. I will not let my injuries stop me. That's what the enemy tried to do when they tried to kill me over and over. I will never let them win. You can't let those fuckbags steal my joy.
Despite the horrible things Brian saw and endured, he still makes the best of it and lives his life to the fullest.
Now I do my best every day to live with the extreme pain of being blown up and all the following surgeries, the brain injuries and all the effects that come with that, like seizures, memory loss, nightmares. Lost over 100 friends to either being killed in combat or cancer or suicide, unfortunately. All the pain and misery and loss I felt and seen was all worth it to see my family laugh and smile. Knowing what I know now, having to go through all this again, I absolutely wouldn't change a thing. I can wake up every day and know that I did my best to make this world a better place for my kids and grandkids. Now the things that make me happy are having family parties like we did the other day. And for those few hours my family is safe and protected. That's what I fought for.
My name is Army Sergeant First Class Brian Lowen. In 2005, while serving in Iraq, I was injured by a mortar attack. Ended up breaking everything on the pretty much right side of my body, broke my legs, my ribs, my arm, my wrists. I didn't know it at the time, I just hurt. So I finished the deployment, got back, and ended up having surgery on my wrist, surgery on my leg, eye surgery, and then in 2009, I was also hit with an RPG, which added to another brain injury. I wanted to be, I guess, fulfilled and have fun. I mean, I was at that age where I wanted to do something and not just get out of high school and be stuck in a job where I just, for the rest of my life. So I decided to serve. I was in the California National Guard for 3 years before I went active duty. And then went to Germany in 1994. And that was my first duty station, active duty. I was basically just coming back from a convoy. I got out of the Humvee and just started walking. I took out about 3 steps, and then the thing, never heard it, never saw it, just lying right in front of me, and basically just blew me back up against the truck. I don't remember much. I kind of woke up with my buddy kind of smacking me, asking me if I was all right, and I was like, yeah, I'm good, just get me back to my room. And so we got back to the room, take everything off, and saw that most everything on the right side of my body was in pretty bad shape. This is my first deployment, homie. I'm not going home. There's no chance. I was able to get through the deployment, and then when I got home, ended up kind of when the surgery train started, I kept going, kept pushing until I retired in 2014, at which point they gave me two choices of to be on pain pills for the rest of my life or amputate my leg. It was a tough choice. Ended up amputating my leg, the best decision I ever made. I've lost 100 pounds. I'm back down to my original weight from before I got injured. I mean, I'm just as active now as I was when I was my initial injury in 2005. I mean, I'm back skiing, snowboarding, riding my mountain bike, swimming. I mean, I'm just getting after it. I'm getting my life back. I get to choose. I get to choose how I live. So every day I get up and I choose to move forward. I was able to find some land. I live on 10 acres and we have some pigs and some donkeys and some horses and a lot of rescue dogs. And actually my service dog is a rescue. I don't know. I think dogs are better than humans sometimes. You know, it was a double wide on top of the land, so I mean, that was all we could live in. So it's not handicap accessible at all. So what I've done is I just modified the whole house so I could get in and out the whole house with my wheelchair. And then I made my own handicap ramp. A friend, Jeremy Young, first introduced me to Homes for Our Troops at a hunt in Asheboro, North Carolina. Somebody saw the need and stepped up and is doing the right thing. And to me, that is just, I mean, I don't have the words for somebody just to, I mean, the houses that they're building for us are just amazing. I mean, they're changing lives. I think most of all, just being able to, at the end of the day, take my leg off and be in a wheelchair. When I do have a bad day, or if I can't bend my leg, I don't have to stress because I can't help my family, or I can't take care of I'm still able to function. I can still clean the house. I can take a shower. I can still have full maneuverability and really do anything at the house because I can go anywhere in a wheelchair. It just opens up a whole new world for me. I think to get a house that I can, a forever home that I can call home, that I just don't have to stress about. You know, I don't have to worry about in 10 years time or 20 years time, I'm gonna be probably permanently in a wheelchair. Just to have that peace of mind, just to know that 5, 10, 15, you know, whatever the case may be down the road, that I have a home base. No matter what goes wrong in my life, no matter ups, downs, lefts, rights, I have a spot to call home that is for me, specially built for me. I think it'll just kind of be the beginning of a start of just a beautiful, just family coming together. I think Homes for Our Troops, I mean, literally life-changing. I mean, they're taking guys in wheelchairs and giving them a whole new life, giving them a whole new start, a whole new beginning. Life-changing.